you need to trim your beams to length, see our cutting materials video in this same playlist. This video is specifically for the beam attachment bracket style method. This means that you purchased beam attachment brackets with your order. The first thing we'll want to do is find our aluminum post stiffener on center measurements. This is done by taking a tape measure from the outside of one post stiffener to another, best done climbing up a ladder with a helper and taking the out-to-out measurement from the very top of those post stiffeners. Whatever that measurement is, we want you to subtract 5 inches from it. This is your post stiffener on center measurement. Go ahead and write that number down. In my case, I'll pretend like it was 125 inches out to out from my stiffeners, so the number I would write down would be 120 inches as my post on centers. We then measure and mark the very center of our beam with a dull pencil. We can divide our post on center measurements, which I determined to be 120 inches in my example. We can divide that number in half and make marks on the beam. So I would take 60 inches in each direction from the middle of my beam, and I would know that that's going to be where the center of my post stiffener is going to end up. Now, given the sloped nature of your pergola roof, one beam is going to sit slightly higher than the other, and you're going to want to install the higher of your two beams right here. So if your pergola is an attached unit, there's only going to be one higher beam for you to worry about. And if your pergola is a freestanding unit, you're going to want to install the higher beam on each set of posts. Before installing this higher beam, let's ensure 3 things. The first being that the top of your 2x8 beam profile aligns with the top of your vinyl post sleeve. Second thing is that the center of your post does indeed line up with that mark we made on our beam. The third thing, lastly, that your internal aluminum sleeve has not shifted back and forth as you climbed up the ladder, and it's still correctly inset about 3/4 of an inch on both ends. If these 3 items are all good to go, it's time for some muscle, and let's get those self-tapping fasteners through each hole. 2 notes here. The first one on the fasteners. These should be clearly labeled, and you can see the post fasteners are a full inch longer than those beam fasteners. Post fasteners 2 inches long, beam fasteners only 1 inch long. Put them in the right side. Align your beam brackets flush is the second one. Flush with the bottom of your 2x8 profile. This is to ensure that all the fastener holes at the very top of your bracket, they're still going in and penetrating that internal aluminum post stiffener. So after filling in all these holes with your fasteners, you should be ready to move on to your structural rafters. As a final note for this video, we do not want you to install any of your lower beams yet.